Good morning. It's Thursday, 21st of July. I believe we're on day 9. The weather is a nice cool 16 degrees outside, which is lovely. Welcome to the UK. It can go from 37 one day to 16 the next. And of course, I'm out with Nelly on a morning dog walk. Let's talk about how I'm feeling. I've done my weights and stuff this morning. I'll cut to that actually in a minute rather than like right now. And I just want to give you an overview right now of like mood, energy levels, that sort of thing. I feel good mentally. I'm finding not snacking a lot easier. I'm finding eating very little pretty easy, to be honest with you. Sleep's good. I'm getting a lot of sleep. I'm keeping up with the exercise, although that is something that I am struggling to push myself into each day. And that's because, as I mentioned yesterday when we talked about calories, my energy levels are totally zapped. Well, the first thing in the morning, obviously everyone's tired, and then I get sort of a little bit of a boost after breakfast, and I got a bit of energy, which takes me till about 10:30, and then that's it. I'm just exhausted from then. And it's not ideal if I want to keep this up on the long term, that I'm, dropping my energy level so low. Now, I'm happy. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Don't want to stop. Don't want to change anything. And I'm really impressed with the progress that I'm making. So now I can cut to, the scales and that sort of thing. Good morning. Oh man, it's so dark outside. The curtains are fully open.
What are you saying? What? What's your problem? Who are you telling? You got a ball?
I'm fresh out of bed, full of beans. Now, I don't feel too bad yet. I'm sure I'll change my mind later, one way or another. Yesterday, we did a lot of steps somehow. According to my Fitbit as well, I did 101 floors, but that's not correct. And I was looking online, why is it registering that I've done so many floors? Basically, floors are if you've gone up, like when you're moving, if you've gone up 10 feet worth of elevation. And it's to do with the altimeter inside of the Fitbit, which can be triggered by a change in pressure. So obviously, with all of the different temperatures we've had, wind is open in some room, fans on, all that sort of stuff, that's been triggering that. Fortunately, that doesn't count towards the calories, so we're not worried about that. I nearly burned 4,000 calories. I was in the zone 141 minutes, which is amazing. Didn't track my sleep last night because I needed to charge my Fitbit. So that's yesterday. Let's see how much I weigh today. So yesterday we was a tiny, minuscule 14 stone 13. Let's see what we're like today. Step on the scales. You heavy person, get off! Ow! 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 Oh, thank you. Wow, rude. Oh my goodness. Since yesterday, I've lost another 1.4 pounds. Now that could technically be fluctuation overnight, but 14 stone 11. Let's just go back to Wednesday last week. We were 15 stone 3. So that's a big change. We've lost nearly 6 pounds since last Wednesday. I think I might be accelerating this a little bit too quickly. We might need to put the brakes on a little bit. Jeez. But my BMI is still not in the obesity range, which isn't good. My body fat's nearly down to the acceptable range, which is fantastic. And everything else is getting rid of my metabolic age. Finally gone down to by a year. Fantastic. Oh, this is very good news. Let's keep it up. But I need to make sure I don't exhaust myself, and I have been feeling pretty tired. So yesterday I talked about calorie intake, or calorific content, all that sort of stuff, which obviously I'm eating a lot less than I'm burning. I don't think snacking's the best way of upping my calories. I think I probably just need to include, add more to my plate. I don't know the best way to do it. I like the fact that after my tea, after dinner at night, I stop eating and I don't eat until breakfast. I think that window of like fasting, if you like, is good. From everything that I've read and everything that I've done previously, having a window like that where you don't consume anything is really good for your weight and losing weight and all that sort of stuff. So I don't want to add supper or add snacking in the evening. So I might have to look at maybe I don't know, maybe some protein shakes or something like that during the day just to, I don't know, what do you guys think? Just put waffles and chips on everything. And cheese and oil. Yeah, I don't like the sound of this, but no, I think that's what I need to do. If I burn too much fat too quickly, if I lose too much weight too quickly, it's just draining it out of me. I've been tired, and yesterday's bike ride, I hardly had any energy for that bike ride. So, yeah, I need more calories, more. Now, I've had protein shakes before. I don't like them. It's like smoothies. I don't like smoothies. There's just something about the texture of something thick or bitty. I really dislike it. And I've never had a protein shake that actually tasted nice. I'm sure they do exist, but I've never had one. So I'm thinking like protein snack bars are perhaps the way to go. I don't want to increase the amount I'm actually eating on my meals because I think they're a good size. They're easy to cook, and I don't want to overdo that. That'd be very easy to just start having massive portions and get into bad habits that way. Whereas snack bars, I could probably regulate a little bit better. Now, the ideal type of snack would be like a bowl of nuts or a handful of nuts or a packet of nuts, but I hate nuts. And if I'm going to have a snack, it needs to be something I enjoy, really. But yeah, nuts are really good. They're full of protein. They're easy to handle, easy to store, and yeah, nice and natural, but just don't like them. I really don't like them. So I need to go shopping and see what's available, I guess. If you've got any ideas and opinions of stuff generally that's available in the UK for that sort of thing, then yeah, drop a comment. And also, if you're enjoying these vlogs, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button, because I'm really enjoying making them still, and I want to make sure you guys stick around with me. When I say I don't like nuts, that's not me being funny going, no, I don't like it, so I don't want to eat it. It's I've had it since I was a kid. Basically, if I eat a peanut or something like a walnut or any variety, well, most varieties of nuts, not so bad with almonds or like pine nuts, for instance, but peanuts, walnuts, and there's common types of nuts, I guess. It's like everything in my head, once it's entered my mouth, tells me to spit it out, and I get this extremely bitter taste, almost like I've put something in my mouth that shouldn't exist. And I thought for years that I was the only person that had ever, suffered with this weirdness. But speaking to people online over the years, it's not common, but a few people have the same thing with nuts. So although I'm not allergic to them, it's really weird to explain, but my body or my brain literally tells me no and then rejects them. It's bagel time, and I need to eat the rest of that tasty bacon that we opened last week before it goes off. On second thought, that tasty bacon that I unwrapped last week looks a little on the brown and gross side. So I'm going to say no on that bacon. But good news, I have a new bacon. Shiny new bacon. Not streaky. Nice, tasty, unsmoked back bacon, because smoked meat is gross. Smoked anything's gross. I hate the taste of smoked stuff. Apart from smoked paprika. Now, this is me being fatty, but smoked paprika doesn't taste of smoke. Whereas smoked fish, smoked meat, smoked other stuff, it's gross. I like barbecue stuff, but smoked, no thank you. Especially when it's that fake smoke like taste that's been injected into, no thank you. Anyway, bacon. It's 10:15, and I thought I'd just check in with you quickly. I say quickly, I always end up rambling on. There we go, prime example. To give you a mood update, my mood is low. I feel incredibly lethargic. I feel a bit miserable, to be honest with you. I don't know why, because nothing bad's happening. Maybe this is to do with the fact that I'm still struggling to create content and all that sort of stuff. I don't think what I'm doing at the moment is sustainable on the long term. Maybe I'm just hitting a bit of a wall I need to get through, but I really don't feel like doing any exercise today. Maybe that'll feel differently when it gets a little bit later in the day. I don't feel like doing any work again. And I'm very aware that these vlogs sound like I'm just permanently moaning, which I guess I am. I think some level of moaning is okay, because obviously I am putting myself through a lot of, not stress or strain really, but it's a big change, isn't it? Doing all of this stuff, changing habits just so drastically and so quickly, and so many of them all at once. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking it's not really sustainable to keep going. But on the other hand, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, I've just got to get through this. So like after the weekend, on Monday I felt great. I felt full of life, full of energy. The weekend I'd pretty much taken most of the weekend off. So I think maybe do I need to take more rest days, which is not good if I'm trying to make content. Do I need to do less? Which I don't think I want to do less. I think I need to keep up the exercise and things like that. And then I keep going on about, do I need to eat more? Do I need to really look into this snack thing? I don't know what the solution is. I feel like on one hand I really want to push through it and keep going because I am genuinely really happy with the progress I'm making. Physically, I don't feel tired physically. I feel good. I feel better than I normally do. But mentally, I just feel drained and not bored, and fed up. So I told you it wouldn't be quick. But I thought I'd let you know. I mean, I really want this to be a big positive thing for everybody. I mean, look how good he's doing, and look how happy he is, and look at, you can make a change and enjoy it and stuff like that. I think I'll get to that, but at the moment, I'm looking forward to the weekend and having another rest. Although yesterday I did nothing. Well, I did my exercise and I did a bike ride and I did a bit of work. And today I've been working since like 8 o'clock in the morning. So no earlier than that. I think I was on the computer from like 7 because we went out so early with Nelly. So I've done like 2 or 3 hours work already. So I'm working. I'm just not doing the work that I should be doing, or the work that I feel like I should be doing. It's nearly 12 o'clock. I fed Nelly a bit early because she was hungry. And to be honest with you, I think I could fall asleep standing up. It's really hit me, this lethargy today. I don't know, whatever. I've been trying to rack my brains, trying to think what else could be causing me to feel quite so... We finished? Trying to record here. You're making all the noise in the world. Jeez, no. So I've been racking my brains trying to think of what else might be causing me to feel as tired as I am, because I can't believe it's just the diet and the exercise. There must be more to it. And I'm thinking, for the last 2 weeks, obviously having not had any snacks, I've pretty much completely cut sugar out of my diet as well. So one way that I was getting some sugar was that I generally mix this stuff with my drinks, which has got no added sugar, but it's full of fruit, which contains lots of natural sugars. It is very sweet. So obviously it's concentrated as well. So there is going to be a lot of sugar content to that. But since the weekend, I've completely cut that out as well. So I'm only having water, tea and coffee. Tea and coffee I don't have any sugar in. So I'm wondering if this is sort of also to do with the reaction to having no sugar in my diet, because none of the recipes I cook with have any sugar in. I don't eat any fruit, so there's no natural sugars coming in that way either. So it's a bit of an odd one. As a result, I really don't feel like doing any exercise at all today. I'm going to attempt now to do some weights, but I'd be amazed if I even make it through the full workout, to be honest with you, because I just feel totally and utterly exhausted. So I know it's a good idea to have breaks every now and then. I know it's a good idea to have rest days, but I'm so geared up by the way that things are going and how good things are going, like how my body feels and how the scales are showing my weight loss and all that sort of stuff, and how Fitbit's like egging me on to keep going. I don't want to, how do I explain it? If I'm in a routine of doing something, I stick at it and I do it. Like when I used to go to work rather than working from home, even though it was my own business, I could have turned up at whatever time of day I wanted. I could have left whenever I wanted, but I always got up, got ready, went to work for 9 o'clock, stayed there until 5 o'clock, came home, and that was just something I stuck with. But as soon as I waver with anything like that routine, as soon as I take one day where I go, do you know what, I'm going to go in late today, that's it. The routine's broken and it's all starts to crumble around, and that's obviously how I ended up getting into these bad habits in the first place. So I don't want to break the habit and start having rest days and time off and snacks where I haven't already planned for them, if that makes sense, because like yesterday where I just did nothing, I didn't do my live stream. That's a really bad thing for me to do because that sets a precedent in my mind, I don't need to do a live stream for a while, which is really bad and it's wrong, but it's just how I've always been. So I really do need to just keep that motivation going, keep that willpower going and just push through. so that I don't just go, forget it, I failed, and like stop doing it. So I'm going to attempt to do weights today, and then have some lunch and see how we get on this afternoon.
Is there any particular reason why you're hovering about? You've had your dinner. You've been out. You've got sleep in your eye. I need to do some exercise now. It's very nice that you're being here with me. I really appreciate it. But I need to crack on. You crazy dog.
Too bad. I mean, I was getting to my limit on a couple of them, but I actually extended it this time. I managed to do 27 minutes, a whole extra 2 minutes. Now, granted, most of that workout is rest timers. So basically I do 10 reps, take a 30-second rest, another 10 reps, then a 30-second rest, and then between the different exercises, I take a minute's rest, which, so, 20 of those 25 minutes it's probably rest timers, but I'm still doing all the reps. And like I say, I added more in. I don't feel exhausted, I'm not out of breath, and I was able to push through more of them than I normally do, which is quite the substantial improvement when, you consider how much I was complaining about being tired and lethargic. So you can see it's just mental. It's totally mental, this tiredness. It's not physical at all. So I just need to push through it. I think it's just a mental wall I need to push through. Get on with it. So I got this. Bring on the congealed beans. The congealed beans. It's 20 to 3. I've just got back from taking Nelly for a walk. I didn't take the camera with me this time because, well, it's just nice to go for a walk without lugging it around, really. And it was lovely. It's lovely weather. The sun's shining. Yeah, it's nice. Now, it's a little while before I need to start thinking about eating, but what I do need to start thinking about is tonight's podcast. Tonight's podcast is our episode 30, and it's the first one we're ever going to do live. So that could be interesting. So I want to make sure I'm fully prepared way before we start. So, well, I try and make as little mistakes as possible. Not sure that's going to go too well. It's nearly 6 p.m, so I'm cooking again, and this time I'm doing something really easy because I'm feeling particularly lazy today. So I've just got some chicken on the go with a little bit of veg, and I'm having a little bit of bacon with it. And I really haven't done all that much because I'm not all that hungry, but I'm probably starving after this, especially because I'm going to be up late recording a live podcast. So I'll probably be really hungry in the morning for breakfast. So maybe I'll have a big breakfast tomorrow. Who knows? And it does look pretty small, but it also looks very yummy. So I'm looking forward to eating it and getting this podcast done. It's nearly 10 o'clock. The podcast is finished. It's the first live one we've ever done. It actually went really, really well. I was very impressed to see quite a few people in there. We had some good questions being asked, and it was, overall, it went great. So really happy with that. Now, I would go to bed because it's sort of bedtime for me, but I'm going to sit on the sofa with Nelly for half an hour, watch a little bit of YouTube, I think, and then go to bed. So that's it from me. Goodbye.